These are all good things that we want to do.
Right.
But it doesn't mean that it's not things that we are doing, you know? So it's like still you have to like be motivated, be ready, like up and at it and going from this thing to the next thing. And it's all awesome. But at the end, it's like kind of like you were feeling today. And I told you, I was like, it's going to be one of those days for me. And you were feeling like, I just want to fucking lay here. So, you know what I mean?
Yes. And so being that we had a lot of things going on, I was more lenient with myself. So meditate, you know, I would get up in the morning. I did my deal. I meditated for 30 minutes and then went to the gym. Normally I would stay at the gym for maybe an hour and a half, sometimes even 2 hours. And this time it's like I stayed for an hour or even 40 minutes, but I made sure that I kept my schedule. I kept going, even though the time was shortened when I worked out, just to keep me on track, to keep me aligned.
To do something like your minimum, like this is what I have to do.
And that's what I was doing. So the calls, the invites, you know, the enrollment for the retreat, it was like, okay, I'm making 5 calls today. And just continue to do that. And with you did the same thing, you know, and, you know, continuing to go and roll and do what you had to do to stay on track. And it's important that you continue to do this. Not only do you feel good about yourself and feel aligned with what you're, you know, with what you're doing, because you could get off track and completely just sabotage.
Yeah. And you have a perfect excuse
to do.
The thing is that we always have excuses, you know, for stuff. And it's just, what excuses are you going to allow? I told you last week, it was at some point while my mom was here. I think she was already here for maybe a few days. But I was like, I can feel it.
Yes.
I was like, I can feel that things can just like spiral.
Right.
Like out of control right now. I could just stop working out. I could start eating.
Right.
I could stop training. And then like, fuck.
But isn't it nuts, like how strong, like for me, that the desire, like you can feel it like within your body. Like it's so easy just not to do the thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's so easy. It's like,
and I would say
like
that
the little angel and the devil on your shoulder,
I
right?
would
The
say
little
that,
devil's like, hey, you don't have to go today. Your mother-in-law's here. You haven't seen her in a bit. It's okay.
Yeah.
And the angel is like, no, you got to continue to push through. You don't have to go for 2 hours. Why don't you just go for an hour? But do it.
I was talking to Joey about, because he was talking to me about his grades and that he's got like different things in school that he's working on, different classes, different assignments and stuff that he has to do. And he wants to keep his grades up. And we started talking about like, how do you plan your workout? You know, it's like, what is due on what day? What do you have more work to do of than other stuff? And then, you know, this is something that I learned from Jocko, but I have it written down in my, at work on my office, is prioritize and execute. It's like whatever's due first, whatever's the most important, you move to the top of the list. And then whatever's due later, that's not as important, you move down the list. And then just start at the top, go and go and go until you start moving down that list and you get everything done. And that's kind of what we've been, you know, doing this entire week, you know, and it's what we're going to have to keep doing because like I said, we went to Arizona last week. This week, my mom was here. So it kind of like we adjusted all the things that we were doing.
There you go. Adjust.
It's not that they didn't get done.
Right.
They just got adjusted to different times of the week, you know, just do it when you can do it.
Right.
And it does throw you off. It does make it harder, but it's okay.